Year 2020 AD. Scanning. Pandemic initiated. Resistance to pandemic detected. Source code Arias. Analyzing Arias. March 2020. Arias record broken. 2.1 million. July 2020. Arias record broken. 2.4 million. October 2020. Arias record broken. 2.8 million. Whole system analysis complete. Virtually nothing can stop Arias.
Hello and welcome. I'd like to welcome everyone to our 2020 virtual awards ceremony. Although I'm sad that I can't be with all of you in Marco Island, as we were set to make our first ever award ceremony out of Pennsylvania and into the Sunshine State, where we were expecting an award ceremony of about 500 people this year. Hopefully we have more people virtually now. First of all, I want to thank and welcome everybody, but I also want to start by thanking my wife. Natalie has just had my back and supported me the entire year as always. This was a year of transition. This was a year of pivot. This was a year of change. In the whole year, the majority of this year, my wife Natalie has been pregnant with our fourth child and somehow found a way to still support me and allow me to travel, serve others, and sometimes have some late nights. I just want to thank you, Nat, because you allow me to do all this with a clear mind, clear heart, clear conscience, and you make me better. I want to thank my kids, Amaya, Sienna, Simon, and soon to be Enzo, for your support and love this year, because everybody pitches in and everybody sacrifices a little bit to make this thing happen. I also want to thank my core group of 6. I call them the Fab 6, because those are the ones that kind of ran things, and I ran everything through this year. I pulled on these people a lot, and I want to thank the families of Tristan DeLabic, Britton Costa, Brody Evanston, Matt Diolis, Mike Russin, and of course, Justin Adams. Thank you and your family for your support of our organization. There's a lot of people that I would want to thank and that we need to thank. There's a lot of people's families that I'm thankful for. But you 6 were my go-to that I pounded on this year, and I'm so grateful for you and your families as well. I also would like to thank Nat D and Katie for putting this thing on. Katie, I know you probably carried a lot of weight to put this show on today, as you do every single year, and that's why we call you KTG, Kate the Great. Thank you, Katie, for your help, and thanks to all of our staff for everything that you do. We have a lot of people to recognize. We had 3 record months this year, where we broke our all-time record in a month 3 times. It started with 2.1 million in March, right when the pandemic first hit. We backed it up in July, 2.4 million, and then smashed it again in October with over 2.8 million net and over $3 million. We broke our all-time code record in the month of February with 211 codes. Then we smashed that again in October with 119 codes. So we're even setting records with new agents submitting their first piece of business, led by our point person on recruiting, Greg Rudolph. We've been averaging 300 submitting agents lately, with another new record of 342 submitting agents in October. We even raised the bar on contest payouts this year with well over $350,000 in extra cash prizes, including our first ever Maserati giveaway. We grew this year by over $3 million in business, which is unheard of, just to survive in the pandemic, let alone thrive in the midst of all of this stuff. You all stepped up and grew by $3 million in business. Just let that sink in. About this time last year, I remember getting on stage in front of you guys and the people we all love and our team and saying that our vision was what? Just everybody saying 2020 vision. That's a layup. 2020 vision. Our vision is so big it's so big 2020 vision that it's already on 2021 vision. Our vision was on 2021. While everybody else was talking about 2020 vision, we were thinking already about this vision that's getting ready to happen, about to make this thing a reality as soon as this ball drops in 2021. We've been saying 2021 vision, so as we close the chapter of 2020 by recognizing the warriors and the people and the families that made this year special, we're all so motivated and inspired to tell you that we haven't even shown anything yet. 2021 is getting ready to be special. Get ready for the Arias team double up.
Not only have we grown in production this year, but we've also grown our staff. I'm happy to be bringing you the good news every week, and we also brought on 2 spiritual leaders, Joe Moss and Nate Ortiz. Here's some testimonies from people who have worked with our 2 spiritual leaders each week.
Yeah, if anybody knows me, I've always been a wild card, which means that, I've been a little wild in my life. Enjoy going out, having a good time. So Joe, he's done a great job with me as far as one, just getting me back involved with my spiritual development.
So yeah, I've been working with Joe since January 2020, and I think it's definitely helped me a lot. Mentally and also physically, and I say physically because when I first started working with Joe, I think I was at the biggest point I was in my life. I think I was like 302 pounds at that point in January, and then I started going to the gym, and then today is December 10th, and I'm down about 75 pounds since January.
I mean, he's opened my eyes to a lot of things. He's let me see a lot of things more clear, the stories in the Bible and the spiritual side. I mean, everything just makes more sense. And it is true, once you kind of get your eyes open to things like that, like, it's nice. Like everything that you go through, all this adversity, we preach about it all the time, but it really doesn't matter. As long as you got this 6 inches of real estate here on point and sharp with everything, then nothing else that happens to you really matters, as long as you know that you got God by your side.
Spirit, I was always lacking. And Simon, for 5 years now, he's been kind of getting into my head with it. And it was kind of hard for me to be compatible with someone, but Nate just makes it easy, He just helps me. Like, a lot of times he'll just send me some scriptures and stuff to read, and get my day off and it's crazy because it'll be like at a perfect time.
Nate has been absolutely wonderful in my life. He's always been very uplifting and relatable. He's been kind of a constant source of positivity for us. And I'm looking forward to the double down in 2021. And I'm looking forward to more people working with him closer. Because I think he's a great source for the agency, and it's a great job perk to be able to advertise when recruiting that we have a spiritual advisor that you can work with. And I've been loving his Sunday videos. Almost every Sunday we've been watching those.
We'd now like to recognize our Millionaire Manager Club. These are the MGAs and RGAs who wrote over $1 million in net production this year. Congratulations to Matt Diolas, Justin Adams, Brody Evanson, Mike Russin, Britton Costa, Tristan Delabic, Sokol Fazliu, Steve Dell, Greg Rudolph, and Jason Bratton.
I was taught early in this business how to become a giver through Jim Surace, my mentor. He would almost force me to give or strongly encourage us. This was huge. Over a short period of time, I learned how to give, why it was important to give. And on accident, I started to be blessed with more and more. The more I embraced giving with an open heart, it seemed like the more would come my way on accident. Since we started as an agency, we have given and raised over $1 million through the agency, and the vision is for us to give that every year within the next 5 years or so. We're so blessed, not only with this opportunity, but just to be here in the United States of America. To be here, we're lucky. I remember hearing the founder of our company, American Income Life, Bernard Rappaport, say that when you walk through the door of opportunity, don't close it behind you. Remember to help other people through. We have so much. One of the main reasons we want to become a large company is that a big company can make a big difference. Our goal in 2021 is to give more than we did in 2020. And one main thing is we're going to buy a family in need a house this year on behalf of the whole team. I'm so proud of you all for your contributions in 2020. And I look forward to not only doubling our premium in 2021, but doubling our giving as well. Next up, help me recognize all the MGAs and the regional managers that went above and beyond double-digit growth this year. We measure things year to year based on growth. These are the leaders that separated themselves year over year with double-digit growth or more. Next up, help me recognize this year's Executive Council members. These members are selected based on their growth from last year with a minimum number of $1 million of net ALP. These people help to give advice, opinions, arguments sometimes, and passionate discussions regarding the vision that we have for next year and beyond. These people are the ones we look to give contribution of their time, efforts, thoughts, wisdom on collectively coming together to discuss what they like, what they want to change, and what they would like to see us do better or do differently. We take these people's opinions seriously. In exchange for that time, we try to treat our Executive Council members like royalty. This coming year, we're slated to take 2 trips, one out of the country, one in the country, both of them to sunny places with the nice weather where we're going to spoil the Executive Council members and their guests that they bring. We look forward to learning more from this year's Executive Council and shaping the future with all of these members. Justin Adams, Matt Diolis, Brody Evanson, Mike Russin, Britton Costa, Tristan Glabick, Steve Dell, Sokol Fazlio, and Greg Rudolph. Next, on behalf of all of our leaders and agents, I'd like to thank our staff. We genuinely appreciate all of the things that you do. I like to compare the staff, even though we have some good-looking staff people, especially perm, to an offensive line or a defensive line in football. Not that linemen can't be good-looking and sexy too. People that understand the game of football or understand sports know that, the line doesn't always get all the credit for scoring the touchdowns, but you can't win many games if you don't have a good line and you can't win the line of scrimmage. We're all so blessed with, in my opinion, and the results show, I think we have the best line in America. We have the best staff in America, and that's why we put up the most yards in America. So I just want to thank the staff for the extra time, energy, and effort that you all put into us. We're not easy to deal with all the time as a group, and your support does not go unnoticed or unappreciated when we win. It's a lot to do with all of you every time we win. We're a team. We appreciate you. We love you. And I'd like to thank each and every person on our staff. With the rate that we're growing at, forgive me if I leave anyone out, but off the top of my head, I'd like to thank Nicole Troop, Gina Kramer, Rachel Yoka, Candace Young, Lexi Cottle, Alyssa Ekron, Jamie Winters, Melanie Fletcher, Nathan Hall, Sarah Hawkrider, Ashley Meyer, Michaelin Antonucci, Chris Williams, Big Perm, Giovanni, Gidiakos, Alyssa Weston, John Ockman, Harriet, Maureen, Ross, Allie, Jackie, Courtney, Logs, Katie, and Nat.
During this time, we'd like to recognize our top 10 producing agents for the entire year. Each of these people will be honored with a medal. Standing out as a top producing agent at one of the top producing agencies internationally is a wonderful accomplishment. So congratulations to number 10 agent Albany Mayfield with 125,452 net ALP, number 9 agent Colin G with 136,465 net ALP, number 8 agent Selena Staten with 136,978 net ALP, Number 7, Agent Steve Dell, 137,661 net ALP. Number 6, Agent Kevin Farron, 142,001 net ALP. Number 5, Agent Mark Diskin, 142,967 net ALP. And number 4, Agent Josh Maltese with 144,190 net ALP. Continuing on with our top 10, we'd like to recognize our top 3 agents. All of these agents will be honored with a trophy. Hans Klink, number 3 agent, who had 153,205 net ALP. Number 2, Agent Robert Jackson, 225,307 net ALP. Congratulations to our number 1 agent for his tremendous achievement, Jonathan Rent, who had 235,394 net ALP.
So I just wanted to thank Simon for the opportunity, Brody, Tristan for the great mentorship, and then Rob Jackson for always being on my ass from the, catching up to me, always head to head with him pretty much every week. So basically, the one thing that I wanted to even go over is, it starts in the mind and thinking it into existence. And you just got to do the work and take the action to take that thought and chase your dreams that way. So it's nothing special I did on my part. I just showed up, did what I wanted to do, what I had to do, and had a goal in mind. So that's pretty much it.
I remember Jay-Z saying, I'm liable to go Michael. Take your pick. Jackson, Tyson, Jordan, Game 6. So recognizing the next person, the Rookie of the Year, went Jackson, Bo Jackson, Michael Jackson, Rob Jackson, 2020. Rob Jackson went ham. He killed it. Just dominated things as a GA, as a top producer also. I know he was a recruit of Tristan DeLavitt. So shout out to you, Tristan. Rob really showed up. He showed people what was possible this year. Not only attracting talent and producing and leading yourself, but doing things that people haven't seen, let alone being 19 years old. I think you had several months where you made over $30,000 in a month at 19 years old. Something I haven't done myself. The thing I think is most special is that you've kept your humility. You work hard, your work ethic is impeccable from what Tristan tells me, and I know that your heart and your humility is so rare to be so young and to have the success that you've been able to have and keep your heart intact at the same time. So congratulations to you for joining a list of people that have went on to do special things. Typically the people here that win Rookie of the Year go on to do very, very special things. I know the best is yet to come for you. Thanks for leading us. Congratulations on being our 2020 Rookie of the Year.
So I got Rookie of the Year. Yeah, it's Tristan got the same award, you know what I mean? So I was he was yelling at me about it. He's like, "Oh, they gave you an appreciation award." And I was like, Rookie of the Year? I didn't think I could win that, but it's just the team, you know what I mean? It comes back to the team that I had the opportunity to lead, that I was blessed with to lead, that was like, it just changed my vision, it changed my perspective, it changed my goals, it allowed me to think a lot bigger. You know what I mean? And then Simon, Simon's been pouring into us, once or twice a week for the entire year. And it's like the man is real. It's authentic. You know what I mean? It's 15 years of the grind. Like, you can't fake that. You can't fake 15 years of the grind. So like for me, I've only been doing the grind for a year. You know what I mean? So I can't even imagine what 15 years from now is going to look like for all of us. But it's shout out to the team that's been pushing me and allowing me to just kind of change my perspective, get closer in my faith, spirit, the whole 9 yards, you know what I mean?
So typically the person that we give most inspiring is also the most unselfish. It's a person who encourages other people regardless of whose team they're on. They inspire people in group me's or in person. So we just want to recognize this person. We know you would give the shirt off your back and your energy is amazing. I always tell people we like to stay young. We like to recruit young. But people think that young is always chronological age, and it's not. I don't think age has anything to do with being youthful in spirit. I think it has everything to do with your mind and the way that you act and behave. And if people are talking more about what they used to do than what they're getting ready to do, that's when you start getting old. But when you're talking about what you're getting ready to do more than what you used to do, that's how you stay young. So if you're not gonna be young in chronological age, I think the key is staying youthful in your mind. We want to recognize Ed Day for being youthful and inspiring and impacting so many people with a positive spirit. Ed, I want to thank you. I know you had that spirit. I remember one day hearing a bunch of music and ruckus in the back of the office, and I was doing some work, and I paused my work and I come outside to the parking lot and I hear this car just blaring with music. And I'm thinking it's gonna be a 20-year-old or 23-year-old young person, and I get out there and it's Ed Day with the music rocking and blaring and just energy, and I jumped on him and we're hugging each other and jumping all over the place, and I never met him before. We're just excited because I love people with that spirit and that energy to attack, live, and give. GVO, good vibes only. We just want to thank you, Ed Day, for being inspiring and uplifting other people's spirits. You're a pleasure to have on our team, and we appreciate you.
Seasoned greetings to everyone, and I hope everybody's family's doing well. And most of all, God bless you all. And I want to take the time out to say thank you for the award. I'm so honored, but there's so many greater people that were more deserving than I. I just thank the Lord and the people of the organization for choosing me. And also, it's been a great year. I've learned so much, but I'm always inspired to inspire others because I have great people around me inspiring others. You have Simon, you have Brody, you have so many people, but even better than all that, you have the ladies that are behind the scene that are even more inspiring to support all these men that are in the front, but it's behind the scenes that where all the effort's really done, but a lot of that's never recognized. And I want to take the time to recognize all the beautiful ladies of AIL that help all these men accomplish what they accomplish, and all the women who have mates that help them accomplish what they're accomplishing. And I'm just thankful. And Simon, to sum this up, Simon, all the people I just mentioned have really one goal. They want everybody to be spiritually, mentally, physically, and financially blessed. And they give you a simple formula. And don't watch what the next person's doing because you'll be easily distracted. Just stay in the race and just have an ounce of faith, and you'll finish the race. And that's about it. And thank you so much. And God bless everyone. And I hope everybody have a beautiful Christmas.
Now moving on to our Legacy Award. This award is given to the RGA who passes on the torch and promotes the most people within his organization. So congratulations to Britton Costa.
What a tremendous honor to receive this award, the Legacy Award, on behalf of Arias agencies. You know, in a world of challenge and uncertainty and a tremendous amount of unknowns right now, I think an award like this, I would describe as a beacon of hope, right? I think it's an award that symbolizes promotion, advancement, growth, and certainty, not only as an agency, but where we are going as a company. And before I receive any award, I always like to throw out three things that I'm extremely thankful for, both in life and in business. And without them, I don't believe any of this would be possible. And number one is God. I thank God every day. I believe that if you're going to have God-sized dreams, that you have to have God as a big part of your life. The second would be my immediate family. You know, Valerie and our two beautiful children, she constantly gives unconditional love, unconditional support, passion and compassion every single day. And I believe some of those great intangibles always transfer into business life. And it makes work life a heck of a lot easier when your wife has your back as opposed to being on your back. And the third would be this entire agency from top to bottom, from the leadership to the immediate team. You know, I start off with Simon Arias. I say it every year. I say it every single year. A special man, a special individual, a special leader. He creates opportunities, more vision, more growth than ever before in a challenging time. Matty D, my brother, who's passed this torch, who shared his legacy initially with me years back and shared this opportunity with me. And we've gone through such great journey together. So it's an honor to accept this torch after he passed it to me. And lastly would be the heartbeat of the team in general, and it would be the immediate team that I have the privilege to work with day in and day out. You know, we have such a special bond. We really do. It's a tremendous bond of people. We're on a special journey together. I could go around and name them all individually, but we would be here for a long time. But what I am going to do is I'm going to give a shout out to the three individuals that signed their MGA contract, that stepped into their greatness, that stepped into their destiny, very much deserving. Joe McAllister, Kim Boucher, Hunter Weldy. If I'm going to think of some words to describe you gentlemen, it would be character, confidence, compassion, and your consistency. I think your character always leads lasting impressions through our entire agency. I think the confidence that you lead with is admired and trusted every single day. The compassion that you have to your teams is a regarded trait and a trusted trait by all. And your consistency, which people mirror, remember, and continue to mold those tactics every day of their journey. I can't thank you gentlemen enough for all we've been through and all that we continue to go through together.
Next up, we want to recognize this year's comeback kid. Not only did this lady come back this year, but she's held it down in Nashville, Tennessee. I don't know if we'd even have an office in Nashville right now if it wasn't for Jenna Grula keeping things afloat, and not only keeping things afloat, but doing it in style and getting some results over there by herself. Holding it down. From what I hear, Jenna is the glue to Sokol Fazlio's camp, and Sokol has had a phenomenal year with Jenna as a huge part of that. Not to mention, we started this year's Women's Growth Wednesday, and I know you've played an integral part and a huge part in speaking on those groups and inspiring other women around our organization, showing them what's possible, showing them what a lady can do, rocking heels and closing deals. So Jenna, we just want to recognize you today as the comeback kid this year, and I know we're getting ready to have an even more explosive year in 2021. So welcome back to being recognized on what is our virtual stage this year. You're no stranger to the stage. Welcome back to the stage this year, and thank you for everything that you do.
Hey guys, Jenna here. I wanted to thank the agency so much for this award. I know I've been with the company and the agency for a while, you know, throughout my 20s. So it's pretty cool to see my growth, adversity, and growth, you know, just to let everybody know that, you know, sometimes, I know this is cliche, but a setback is a setup for a bigger comeback. So some of you may relate, you know, maybe going through some struggles right now. You know, I'm going to be 10 years vested come June. And so, you know, I've been at the peak of a career. You know, there's peaks and valleys at the valley. But knowing that no matter how many times sometimes we get knocked down in our personal or business life, we just keep going and keep fighting and get to grow and climb that uphill battle, because it's, again, growing through that process that shows the result. Your attitude and effort currently is going to decide what those results look like, you know, every 90 days. So keeping a check on yourself, you know, that glass half full, half empty, doesn't matter. Just keep refueling yourself every day and know that no matter what, you can accomplish those goals you set out for. Think big. Maybe, you know, within the last couple of years, maybe I didn't think big enough. This is the best year of my career so far, just showing you that sometimes we don't think big enough in our heads. So what you think, you speak, take action on, and shows the result. So I am grateful for this award, for the agency, you know, my accountability partners the whole time, my leadership squad. The team, again, came out on top this year, and we're looking forward to 2021 to keep growing and developing in our multiple locations.
Now we're going to recognize the top 3 in the next categories. These people have not only shown excellent performance and growth in their roles, but also served as leaders for the entire agency. Our number 3 SA, Cole Hatfield, with 297,468 net ALP. Number 2 SA, Renee Zinski, with 310,587 net ALP. And congratulations to our number 1 SA on her outstanding performance, Selena Staten, who had 474,029 net ALP.
So first, I would like to thank God for all of my blessings, but I am accepting this award on behalf of my team. they have all been hungry, humble, and open to coaching, as what we know as H2O. Now, it is unfortunate that I do have to do this virtually, and I wish I could actually be on stage accepting this award. But even though I can't, I still want to basically really thank everybody who actually had me up here today. So it really started with my leadership, Stephen Dell, James Kiefer, Justin Adams, and Simon Arias, and everyone who's actually been a helping hand to me during my journey. A lot of people don't know the process, but they do see the results. It's the late night hours and the early mornings of developing your people, but it's more so getting developed yourself. So it's caring about your people, but it's being cared about. So anything I needed, Stephen Dell was there. Went from a flat tire in the field in the beginning of the year when we went virtual, then it's going back and forth role playing on how to develop your people. But then yet I do have Justin Adams, who's always been there helping track my progress, but still pushing me through my process. So I think that's really what you need, is to have those leaders who are more so willing to help you through anything you go through, if it's something minor or if it's something big. And I really had that leadership. And then also, make sure you guys are planning on becoming top SA. This just didn't happen overnight. It wasn't a coincidence. Me and Simon Arias sat down and said, hey, this is what's going to happen, and this is how we're going to do it. And look, this is the result. So now we're here. So basically ask yourself, are you planning on being number one SA, number one GA, number one MGA, RGA? Whatever it is that you do want to do, make sure it's planned out already, because that's how you're going to get there. So don't go it day by day and think, oh, well, hopefully I'll be it at the end of the year. You want to make sure you stay on track with everything. And if you do that, you'll get the results. If not, other people will pass you up. But AIL, specifically Arias Agencies, has been one of the blessings that, oh my goodness, everybody should really get into, everyone should have. But it's being grateful for the opportunity. It's an unlimited opportunity. And the reason I'm standing here on stage is to make sure that I can give other people this unlimited opportunity. So I'm excited to basically see what 2021 has. And I already wrote it down and I already know what I'm going to do. I'm just not going to tell you guys. It's just going to be a surprise when you see me back here on stage. But everything's already done. It's written. And thank you guys for actually having me.
Now to recognize our GAs, number 3 GA Erica Robertson with 696,891 net ALP, number 2 GA Robert Jackson with 800,041 net ALP. And congratulations to our number 1 GA for her continued commitment, Jenna Grula, who had 851,977 net ALP.
Hi guys, yes, thank you so much. This is a team award. I definitely want to make sure, of course, to always thank God first, especially 2020 through all the adversity just in the world right now. We are very thankful to have the opportunity to work with such a great company and agency throughout the year, knowing we were essential and to able to strive through the year. So thank God first, of course, my family, my support system, friends and family back home, and also, of course, our team, of course, leadership, Simon, Matt, Sokol, my rock as well in the business, accountability partner, all of our leadership team, that none of this would be possible without you guys out there all the time. We had Cole Williams, he's now running in Beckley with us. Josh Edged was the first half of the year before we promoted him. He was a huge part of my success in the beginning of the year with Aaron, Ryan, and Grant. Shout out to you guys in Morgantown. Brandon, Tony, Baton Stadavici, Jesse, here in Nashville, helping me grow, develop, moved into a new office here in Nashville. Tyler Hunter as well in Morgantown, definitely the rock of the team, the leadership, but also it's a team award. So shout out to all of our Mafia Maniacs from start to finish. You guys came out strong. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the agency and our overall team right now. The biggest year we've had, and it's through all the adversity we've all faced, personally and in business, through the transition in the beginning of the year. So we just keep on growing and getting better. So shout out to you guys. A couple tips of advice, anybody in leadership or wanting to be in leadership. I always have gotten this from our leaders in the past years and continue to see it hold true throughout the years, that proper preparation prevents poor performance. We call it the 5 Ps. So that's the first word of advice I would give you guys. Prepare every week. That's the schedule. That's the system. So make sure that you have a schedule in place for yourself and your team as well. going into 2021. We already have bigger, better goals and plans in place. But also my other thing, I've said this multiple times, but always putting yourself in a position where you can't be denied. So that means staying in your strike zone. Focus on your strength and increase your weaknesses as well, but focus on what you're good at and stay in your lane with that. Also mastering the basics and being able to duplicate and delegate them. So please make sure we're staying with the basics in the organization, the systems and structures, but that's what I have for you guys. That's what made us successful this year, continuing to do what we already know how to do and adjusting and transitioning into our virtual world in 2020.
Now moving on to our rookie MGA category, our number 3 rookie MGA, Mark Bernsdorf, with 600,212 net ALP. Number 2 rookie MGA is Tim Boucher with 689,377 net ALP. Congratulations to our number 1 rookie MGA for going above and beyond Tristan DeLabic, who had 1,610,520 net ALP.
But I had something prepared speech-wise, but I want to just kind of share from my heart. But every year leading into the next year, I always develop and put together a speech in correspondence with where I see myself, not the position I'm in, but the position I want to grow into. And I put together a speech and I put together affirmations and I try to piece together not only the plan, but I try to declare that into my life and that those that are affiliated with me as well. So that's always kind of square one and step one. And then you get there and it happens, and it's happened for the past 3 years to some extent, some degree. There's been, victories, and there's been, in a sense, like championships with our organization. And I think that's a big key. So I think that's something that needs to be shared with the acceptance speech. And I have zero idea how long this is supposed to be. So I want to keep it short and sweet. And I want to kind of wrap up and conclude with the people that I'm appreciative of. And I think that ultimately, Simon Arias in my corner, mentoring me, developing me, giving me the pieces of the pie, all of us, the pieces of the pie, and then me trying my best to implement to the best of my ability. But then secondly, and just as important, Brody Evanson in my corner, teaching me just about everything, hands-on, developing the training and the technicality of the business and everything that goes into it. And last, not least, with the development process, Ryan with the sales development. So he was my first field trainer, and he kind of laid down that foundation in regard to selling and authenticity and transparency and taking control and being a man, really. And then the team, finally, just the overall amazing team that we have with so many great, incredible leaders and individuals that come together to put something together like this. Just off the top of my head, Rob and John, as they're competing for top GA positions and top agent position within the company. I mean, it's incredible.
Moving on to our MGA category, our number 3 MGA, Sokol Fazlio, with 611,113 net ALP growth. Number 2 MGA, Tristan DeLabic, with 1,230,520 net ALP growth. And our number 1 MGA is also our number 1 RGA, so let's recognize our top RGA category before hearing from them. Our number 3 RGA is Matt Diolis with 867,640 net ALP growth. Our number 2 RGA is Justin Adams with 972,394 net ALP growth. Congratulations to Brody Evanson, who's taking first in 2 categories. Number 1 MGA with 1,566,224 net ALP growth, and number 1 RGA with 1,284,980 net ALP growth. Brody, thank you for your loyalty and dedication to Arias.
So first and foremost, it is just an absolute honor and a privilege to achieve these awards. And I am truly humbled to be in the company of people who have inspired me, who have helped me shape my thinking, and who have helped me realize the potential of our profession to truly make a difference. Thanks first to God. With him, all things are possible. To Simon Arias and Arias Agencies for paving the way for our company to adapt and thrive this year and all the years to come. To my girlfriend, Katie, thank you so much for all your love and support and for everything you do. Also, I'd like to just thank Tommy Vina, Maddie D, Justin, Britton, Rustin, and all the others that have just played a major role in the success of this agency. And to the entire staff, thank you all for your time and commitment. And it is truly no small task to keep us all in line. Michael Jordan once said, talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships. And with that being said, this is 100% a team award. And I just wanted to recognize the team that made all this possible this year, because without you guys, none of this would have happened. I played a very, very small role in our success this year, but I'm just blessed to have a group of leaders who share the same dream and vision as me. So thank you to all my leaders in Wexford, Mark Oval, Tyler Parker, my sister Brinsley, Jimmy Marks, Ryan Ohm, and Nicole Troop. Shout out to the South Carolina office run by Bill Dugan, Jonathan Williams, Zach McCaddy, and Don Barreto. And finally, to the team in Nebraska who absolutely just crushed it this year. Tristan Delavic, Rob Jackson, John Rent, Gavin Rent, Cam Mack, Justin Kelly, Sam Marzullo, Dylan Jackson, Ryan Crawford. This is the group that really built the foundation so that we have all the tools in place to create the success and to pave the way for all the future leaders to come. So, and finally, to the whole team, just your commitment this year has made this award possible. And I just want to sincerely thank you all for your efforts. Success isn't always about greatness. It's about consistency. Remember, the consistent hard work will gain success and greatness will come. The last 6 years, I've learned that the journey is really never ending. There's always going to be growth, improvement, adversity. You just have to take it all in, do what's right, continue to grow, and just live in the moment. 2020 has been an amazing year, and I'm looking forward to building the success of this team next year.
Now we want to recognize this year's MVP, Most Valuable Player. This is not an easy task. This is like winning the MVP for the entire NFL or the entire NBA, where there's talent from around the globe. We're known right now as the most productive and largest individual agency in the entire Globe Life arena. Under American income, I believe we're the largest in the United States of America. To be the MVP in an agency that's recognized sometimes as an MVP says a whole lot about what you mean to the entire company. Tristan, you've done things that have never been done before. You've done things before the age of 22 that I couldn't even dream of myself. I got blessed with this company at the age of 22 and a half. That's when I started here. And it seems like yesterday. You're not even 22 and a half yet, are you? And you're already a partner of mine in Chicago. You've dominated as a producer. You rocked it as an essay. You were recognized this year on our company's international stage alongside Erica Robertson as a top field trainer in the entire company. You do it all with the most coachable and teachable spirit that I've ever seen. And you find a way to keep yourself humble and grateful. Most young people, most people in general, once you give them some success, it's hard to teach them anything. And they can't keep their ego in check. You've kept your ego not only in check, but the more success that you've got, the more humility that you've shown, the more humble that you've become, the more of a giver that you've become. You've grown up right before a lot of our eyes. I know a lot of people played a part in you getting to where you are right now, and you make all of us very proud. We want to congratulate you and recognize you. I know you're not only a partner now, not only are you on a stage again, not only have you become a superstar MGA, but you're promoting a couple of MGAs in January also. You're going to promote 2 of your own in January. You've hit it out of the park in all aspects. You've moved for this opportunity to Nebraska and lit Nebraska on fire. Nebraska quickly became basically our #1 satellite office outside of our main office, dominating people consistently when your number was called every time you guys came through. Only to get up, move, pack your stuff, and move to Chicago in the middle of a pandemic. You, my friend, are a superstar. You're appreciated. We love you. Congratulations on being this year's MVP.
I guess, well, first off, guys, I'm very grateful to be accepting this award, MVP, Most Valuable Player, but I feel like, and this is so cheesy and cliche, and some of you are probably shaking your head, but I feel like it should be MVT and not Most Valuable Tristan, but Most Valuable Team. And I really mean that. Like, I genuinely mean that. And there's so much more opposed to the individuals that I'm blessed to work with, like Rob, John, Dylan, Gavin, and just so many great people that produce and lead with us, like Cam and Justin, and so many other people that I could spend all day. But it's on so many different levels as well, with Brody in our corner and being able to reach out to other individuals throughout the organization and the agency, like Greg, Steve, and Britton and Matty D, and so many great people, J.A., and then ultimately Simon leading us. So it's like it's a valuable organization, and there's so many people that bring so much value. It really is an honor to be able to kind of, I guess in a sense, represent that for us, because I feel like I don't bring the most, but I think it's a combination of all of us. So that's pretty much what I got. I appreciate and I value you guys.
Thanks so much for watching our 2020 virtual award ceremony. We're looking forward to getting together in person next year and seeing who dominates in 2021.